Welcome back, ladies and all. Today I'm planting pumpkins in my orchard. My plan is I'm going to plant in, these are called gigantic pumpkins. Now whether they are or not, I don't know. But I'm going to plant them in here today, and what I'm actually hoping is going to happen, because I don't want to have to be cutting the grass in my orchard all summer long, so I'm hoping that once the pumpkins start to grow, and they start shooting their vines out, that they'll cover the ground inside this small orchard. And it will work almost like a mulch covering the ground and keep the grass from getting too long inside here. So yeah, this is where I had a plum tree planted last year and it didn't survive the winter. So I took it out, and now I'm just going to make a raised bed for pumpkins. I'm only doing one bed, but I'm going to put quite a number of pumpkins in here. Now this is all composted hay, horse manure, all that type of stuff. Now the reason I'm only doing one raised bed for my pumpkins in here is because once the vines start spreading out through the orchard, I'm actually going to go about every 5 or 6 feet, and I'm going to bury the vine itself. So what will happen is the vine will actually start to root and actually go into the ground and get more water and more nutrients that way. Hopefully it produces more pumpkins. Now the main reason I'm growing these pumpkins is because they're supposed to be bigger, and the bigger the pumpkin, the more hog food. And we could use some big ones for my grandkids for Halloween, I guess. But I do have a pile of jack-o'-lanterns planted as well. So. Now I'll get these all planted in. Because I don't have any fencing or no page wire fencing around the outside of my orchard, I just have electric wiring fencing around, and that don't keep the chickens out. So yeah, that's the joys of having free-range animals. You always got to have fencing to keep animals out, not in. I'm the opposite of most farms. Most people have their fences up to keep their animals in. Me, I'm here to keep the animals out of my gardens. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put up a temporary page wire around these, because once they get to a certain size, my pumpkins themselves, or the pumpkin plants, is the chickens don't really bother them too much then. It's only when they're small is when they really like to get in here, dig the ground up, break the plants all apart. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to put up a temporary fence . Now this is just temporary, like I said. It ain't going to stay here probably for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. All depends on how fast the pumpkins grow. We haven't been getting much rain this year, so things tend to slow down on growing when you don't get a lot of rain. I water all my plants, but it's just nowhere as good as having rainwater. Because rainwater has a lot of nitrogen and other stuff in it. Nails, hammer. Now, I'm not really going to be nailing these down very well, just tacking them there because I do have to take this down. But I'm not going to leave this fencing out here forever. It's just a temporary fence. Hopefully just to keep the chickens out. I'm just using roofing nails. I'll show you guys what I mean when I say roofing nails, because I don't have to pound them all the way in and they will still hold the fencing. So I just pound them in and leave them sticking out about 1/8 of an inch so that I can pull them out a lot easier once I go to take the fencing down. Bottom one's pretty important to get tight as well because chickens are pretty smart, especially since they've been free range their entire lives. So, yeah, this I'm not even going to cut. I'm not cutting my fencing at all. I will be using that for my meat birds this year. I'm putting a new pen in my barn. Not a very complicated fence. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pumpkins in just one bed. I'll take you guys in a little bit closer so you can have a look. Now the only thing left to do is to give this ground a good soaking so that the pumpkins can start to absorb more of the nutrients, because they've been in pots for a little bit too long. So yeah, they're a little bit bigger than what I would have liked, because pumpkins don't like their roots disturbed too much. So that's why when I plant pumpkins, I only ever put 1 seed in a pot. And that way, I let them dry out a fair amount before I'm ready to transplant them. And once I put them in the ground, that's when I'll soak this soil really well, which I'm going to do now. So yeah, this is just a very simple, short little video to show you guys what I've been doing today, plus all my other chores every day that I have to do. My piggies are starting to grow really well. My hens, because we had a heat wave for a couple of days here, that they pretty well stopped laying. I think I have like 75 hens, and yesterday I got 3 eggs, and the day before I got 4. So hopefully today I get a few more eggs. They're just becoming freeloaders. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Maybe consider subscribing, smash that like button. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the video.